What's up, guys? I'm Nick from KONIG, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you need to consider before changing the wheel size of your car. Before we get started, if you guys could, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. We love answering your guys' questions. We love the feedback. We love the engagement and the community that just comes along and enjoys our videos. So please show us some love down below, and now let's get into the video. Point number 1 is ride quality. When changing the size of your wheel, you need to take into consideration the overall rolling diameter that your wheel has. If you don't keep the same overall rolling diameter, you risk messing with things such as your ABS, your traction control, and your speedometer. That means if you go with a bigger wheel, you're going to need a lower profile tire in order to compensate and keep that same overall rolling diameter. On the opposite end of that, if you go with a smaller wheel, you're going to need a taller tire to keep the same overall rolling diameter. This affects ride quality because if you have a much lower profile tire, it might be nice in handling and feel better on the road for that aspect, but it's definitely going to be a much rougher ride. Because it's such a shorter profile, you feel a lot more of the road as you're driving down there. As opposed to if you go with a tire that has much more of a sidewall, you feel a lot less of the road because there's more cushion on your wheel and you wouldn't be feeling as much harshness on the road as you would. Point number 2 is width. If you go with too wide of a wheel, it may not fit under the stock body and you run the risk of it hitting your suspension components. Also, you may not be able to find a tire that'll fit properly in order to still keep that same overall rolling diameter. If you go with too narrow of a wheel, your car might look a little flimsy, like it's about to tip over. You tend to find wider wheels with lower offsets on cars that are either brought to the track or shows because they do the proper modifications needed in order to make those wheels work. Which brings us to point number 3, function and use. What are you using your car for? Cars driven on the street tend to have much more conservative wheel setups. The goal is to improve the overall look of the car while still remaining extremely functional. Point number 4 is brakes. You need to consider not only the brakes that you currently have on your car, but if you're planning to do any brake upgrades in the future, you want to make sure that the wheel you get fits around those brakes. For more info on brake clearance, we did a whole video on how to make sure your wheel will fit around your brakes. Point number 5 is style. What style of wheel are you looking for? Do you want something that's super concave? Do you want something with a deep dish lip? Do you want something that's convex or flat or doesn't really have much of a profile in it? Are you looking to go super aggressive? Do you want to go less aggressive? Do you want to be conservative? All of these things are things that you need to take into consideration when changing your wheel size, because if you go with the wrong wheel size, you may not get the look that you want. Also, be careful with wheels that are super concave or have a super deep dish lip, because wheels like this tend to have less clearance for caliper protrusion, and they may not fit over your brake. So that's it for this video. Again, guys, if you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. We love getting your guys' feedback. We are very big on community. We just want to answer as many questions for you guys as possible. If there's anything more you want to know about changing the wheel size in your car or any questions you might have, feel free to comment below. Please hit that subscribe button, like this video if you didn't already, and we will see you in the next one.
Allow you to have the flexibility to say whatever you need to. You can say whatever, say whatever you want.